Martin Gibala, author of The 1 Minute Workout, was studying an ultramarathon athlete who trained for races covering 60 or more miles. The surprising discovery? This elite endurance competitor spent only 30 minutes per week training. Not 30 hours, 30 minutes. His secret wasn't more time, obviously. It was maximum intensity during those brief sessions. Each training minute operated at such focused, deliberate intensity that it delivered exponentially greater results than hours of moderate effort. This illustrates a fundamental principle connecting three related concepts from the Latin root intendere, meaning to stretch out, aim, direct attention toward. This is the root of the words intend, intention, and intense. Your intention is what you aim to realize. When you act with intensity, consistent with your intention, you transform possibility into reality. Not through a regular level of effort. Instead, you exert focused, deliberate engagement in what some would call an extreme effort. Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercising Self-Control, from fitness to flourishing. The distance between wanting something and achieving it isn't only measured in time or talent, it's best measured in intensity. Most people operate far below their potential for focused effort, spreading dispersed attention across multiple priorities. Intensity, however, creates a force multiplier effect. Think about it like this. If you double the intensity of your effort over the course of an hour, you've essentially doubled your capacity. That means you've produced what normally would have taken 2 hours in 1 hour. You could, maintaining the pace and the intensity, realize an output of 8 hours in a 4-hour workday. This isn't mathematical impossibility. It's the compounding effect of eliminating attention leaks, decision fatigue, and task switching costs. When you bring a tight focus to aligned action, you don't just work faster. You work in an entirely different category of effectiveness. Here's a framework. I call it DICE. You can implement to increase your intensity when needed. D stands for define. Define your specific outcome before starting. Vague intentions produce scattered effort. Precise intentions enable intense focus. I stands for isolate. Isolate by eliminating all non-essential inputs. Intensity requires undivided attention. Every competing input reduces your capacity for deep engagement. C stands for concentrate. Concentrate for 90-minute focused sessions. This follows the body's natural ultradian rhythms. For more detail on this, check out my last episode, Use the Science of Ultradian Rhythms for Peak Performance. And finally, E stands for evaluate. Evaluate your intensity level every 30 minutes. If you're below an 8, pause and realign. Ask yourself, am I bringing my full presence to this specific outcome? Most people never measure intensity, so they never improve it. Here's an example in practice. Denise, a marketing director, typically spent her mornings answering emails, attending meetings, and, in quotes, working on her quarterly strategy presentation. As is typical today, after 4 hours of work, she'd made minimal progress on the presentation, a rough outline, and a few scattered slides. Using the DICE framework, she defined her outcome, complete the market analysis section with 3 competitor comparisons and supporting charts. She isolated by closing email, putting her phone in airplane mode, and booking a conference room. She concentrated for 90 minutes of uninterrupted work, and she evaluated her focus every 30 minutes, rating herself 8, 9, then 7. The result? She completed what previously took her 3 to 4 scattered hours in 90 focused minutes. And the quality was higher because her attention stayed on task. Common intensity killers to avoid: starting tasks without clear endpoints, allowing interruptions during that focused work, working on multiple tasks simultaneously, or failing to match your energy level to task importance. The principle of intensity aligns perfectly with our Stoic strength training philosophy. That is, we focus on choosing to take action consistent with our highest values. When you direct focused intensity toward your present task in service of your intention, you are exercising virtuous self-control. Your level of intensity is always a choice. Deliberate practice means choosing to practice with complete focus. Progress in any domain is fundamentally a matter of increasing the quality of your attention, not just the quantity of your time investment. Before starting your intensity challenge, rate yourself honestly. What is your current focus quality? On a scale of 1 to 10. When working on important tasks, how often do you maintain complete attention without checking phones, emails, or other distractions? Your outcome clarity. Again, scale of 1 to 10. How specifically do you define what you want to accomplish before beginning work? And finally, environment control. On a scale of 1 to 10. How effectively do you eliminate interruptions and competing inputs during focused work? Write these numbers down. They are your baseline for measuring improvement. The ultramarathoner's secret wasn't superhuman endurance. It was the courage to work at full capacity for short bursts, rather than at a much more sustainable level of effort for hours. Most people never experience their true productive potential because they have never sustained maximum intensity long enough to feel its power. This week, choose one important daily task and apply the DICE framework. Define your specific outcome. Isolate completely. Concentrate for 90 minutes. Evaluate your engagement. Don't just measure the time saved. Notice the dramatic difference in quality when your full presence meets aligned action. Finding more time for your most important goals isn't your only option. You can apply more intensity. The question is, are you willing to make the effort to transform the hours you already have? As always, the choice is yours. That's it for today. Catch you next time.